To go. Coach Chris Oliver joins me here high above Taylor Stadium Field. And Coach, well, that was about as thorough of a showing as we've seen in a while. And that's saying a lot considering the fact that you're 10-0 and you've had shutouts galore this season and offensive numbers, but man, that right there was impressive.
Yeah, I think our defense played outstanding, and offense was just extremely consistent throughout the course of the day, and I mean, just an outstanding team effort. I'm just flipping through the stats here as we're waiting to come back from commercial, and I mean, wow, I mean, just every aspect of the way we played today. And I told our guys afterwards, you know, I'm really excited about winning the championship, which we clinched a week ago, but obviously huge to be the number one team going into the playoffs and have home field advantage. But I said, you know, one of the best parts about this week and last week too is there were opportunities to let our foot off the gas pedal from a standpoint of already clinching the conference, already going into the playoffs. And you know, we did something that's very hard to do and go undefeated in a regular season. And even though we're coming off a national championship and everybody has national championship aspirations, let's not lose sight of how difficult that is to do in a college football season, to go undefeated in the regular season and win the conference. So I told our guys I was just really proud of their mental preparation, our focus, the way we went about our business in that way. I thought it was a great performance.
The fact that your defense held Cumberlands to 0 for 13 in third downs and 2 of 6 from fourth downs, I mean, those are some gaudy numbers.
Yeah, I mean, our defense just played very well. And, you know, this is a team that wants to run the football against you. And, you know, we did a great job of getting them behind the chains all day long. We did not have great first down efficiency for our opponent. We were great from our standpoint of what we wanted to do on efficiency. And when you do that, and they're a little bit limited in their passing game right now and a little bit inexperienced at quarterback, you know, we had them play into the way we wanted the game to go on defense. And I thought our kids just did a great job. We had a great plan. Our defensive staff gets a lot of credit. But our guys have to go out and make those plays, and they did it.
35 net yards rushing. And you got in college football, you have to take the sacks in consideration. But man, with the type of running backs that Cumberlands has, they're fantastic. Probably at least one of them, and if not both of them, will be up for all conference honors. To hold this team to just 35 net yards, that's incredible. Yeah,
for sure. And you got an offensive line that's physical as well and does a good job with that. You look at their rushing numbers coming in. I mean, they've had a consistent year running the football. I thought our defense just played outstanding up front. Our D-line played great. Our linebackers had great fits. And again, we made them one-dimensional with how they needed to succeed, and then we obviously kept them from doing that.
And offensively, last week we talked about it in the pregame. You really kind of jump-started, kind of saw some momentum, and it really carried through today.
Yeah, just consistency. You look at the way the first half went. You had a couple series in the end of the first, beginning of the second quarter where, you know, we didn't score. We didn't have those finishing touchdowns like you want every time. That's not going to happen every time when we're playing a good defense. But I thought for considering they got the ball to start the game, we get a stop, we go down, we score right away. And then that third touchdown right before the half, you know, and you know that you're getting the ball coming out to start the second half. That touchdown to Jaleel right there before half, I felt like that was such a momentum swing. And I don't want to say it's a backbreaker because there's still 30 minutes to play, but man, that was a big play and a big conversion there by our offense. And, you know, we had another situation where we went 96 yards on a drive. I mean, you do those things, your second touchdown's a 96-yard drive, your third touchdown's with a second left on the clock going into half, and you're up 3 scores. I mean, those are just huge momentum swings, and I thought our kids played great.
And now you turn your attention to the postseason, and I don't know what you normally – I know you usually enjoy the wins on Saturday nights, and then you turn right to Sunday and get ready for the next game. Unfortunately, you don't know who that opponent is yet. So what's Sunday going to look like for you?
Well, I think for the players it's very similar. You know, we have our routine and we have our team meetings and our lifting routine and those things that we do on Sunday, and usually those finish up about dinner time. Now the difference is, in a normal week, the players are doing all those things. The coaches have already broken down a number of videos of your next opponent, and you as coaches, you know, immediately start to turn the page, you know, kind of hot and heavy on your breakdowns with those things that night, Sunday evening. This is different from a standpoint of, for the players, it's almost all the same. The review of today's game, that lifting, that treatment, all those things. but we don't find out our next opponent until 6 o'clock. So it's a long night for coaches. That Sunday night into all day Monday is a very long game plan and breakdown situations. We'll trade, video tomorrow evening. I think the selection shows at 6 o'clock Central Time. So we'll find out our opponent, immediately trade video and get to work on that. So we as coaches have a couple long nights ahead of us, but that's just part of the playoffs and part of the fun of it. And then our guys will turn the page and start working on the next opponent. We know whoever it is, right? It's going to be one of the 16 best teams in the country, and we're excited that we get to do that at home next week.
Yeah, good problem to have.
Yeah,
no doubt. And finally, Coach, and I'll let you get out of here. I know you're all you care about is going 1-0 next week, and that's it. But just logistically, I know as a head coach, you've got to be happy because this is the first time we've been in the situation where you know that you're going to be playing home regardless, as long as you keep winning every week. You don't have to worry about charter buses and mapping, where we're going to eat dinner and all that stuff like that. That's got to be kind of, I guess that helps matters a lot.
Well, it's a little bit of a burden that comes off of the head coach, comes off of the athletic director, all those people that you rely on to help get those plans on short notice. And you're right. We're not going to worry about week 2, week 3, and all those things. We got to go one game at a time. But I can tell you that it's tough to travel, Thanksgiving week on 4 days' notice. I mean, that's a tough thing. So
I've never done that.
We've done it a few times. So it's encouraging that we don't have to do that, but at the same time, we got to know that we got to have a great game plan, get our mindset right, because we're gonna have a really good football team come to Parnell Stadium.
There you go.
Next week, and it's gonna be a big challenge.
Coach, congratulations on a 10-0 perfect regular season and on to the playoffs.
Thank you.
That's LWC